this thing, man. Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. Back with a brand new video for my fellas, man. Today, I'm gonna let y'all know how to impress a woman without trying. You feel me? Before I get into that though, hit that notification bell so you get all my videos. If I give you any type of game, subscribe. It's free. It's okay. Check out my other channel, Wolf and Pooch. And yeah, let's get this thing popping. So, dudes always trying to impress women, but you could go about it the wrong way. You see, when you focus on women and just trying to impress them, you lose value. You do a detriment to yourself, right? So here's how you do it to where it's beneficial to you. And then as a byproduct, women are going to be impressed. But it's only because you're taking care of yourself. You see, all these things I'm about to tell you, this is what happens when you focus on yourself and you try to build yourself up, right? You do these 7 things and women are going to take notice. They're going to be drawn to it, all right? So, number 1, you have to stand out from other men. You see, think about the majority of guys, right? The majority of guys are lazy. The majority of guys are have no ambition. You know, they content with just being average, right? For the most part. So you have to stand out. And how do you stand out? You got to be great. You got to strive for greatness, right? You can't just settle for the bare minimum. When it comes to you, you have to realize that as a man, you deserve to be your best version, right? So when you do that, you're going to naturally stand out from all these other dudes who just content with being weak. You know, a lot of dudes can't even hit 50 push-ups, right? And when you wake up in the morning, that's one thing you should be doing. Knock out 50 push-ups, man. At the very least, 50. I would recommend at least 100, but hey, at the very least, do 50. Men can't even do that, right? Men like to sit on the couch. Most guys, not all. Most guys sit on the couch, play their Fortnite, which is okay if you're making money from it. But if you just sitting around playing video games that's not bringing you no type of cheese or none of that, you're just wasting time, then yeah, that means you're okay with just being average. So in order to impress a woman without trying, you got to stand out from other men and you got to recognize your own value. Number 2, take risks. Be confident. You know, if you're scared to do something, that's fine. You still do it. Why you scared? You push through. People like to use excuses. Men like to use excuses on why they can't do this, why they can't do that. When it's just coming from fear, right? It's all in your head most of the time. False evidence appearing real. It's all in your head. So usually when you're scared to take risks or you're scared to do something, that means you're supposed to do it. Because on the other side of risk usually is reward. And even if you don't take that risk, you're probably going to regret it. Especially if it's something that could have changed your life for the better. So you got to be comfortable and confident to go up to that girl you like and talk to her, right? Don't talk yourself out of it because you may be missing out on your future wife. Dudes be out here looking for love, looking for this and that. Well, you scared to talk to a woman. So how you supposed to find that love? You feel me? Go ahead and leave that job if it's not serving you. Don't be afraid to walk away from a woman that's disrespectful. You know, these are traits of a confident man. And I promise you, even a woman that gets walked out on, she's impressed by that man who did that. I promise you, because a lot of men are scared to leave a woman due to a number of reasons, right? But if a woman's no longer serving you or whatever, you have to walk out. It's for your dignity, okay? Or it could be a new job opportunity. Take that job. Go for it. See what happens. That could be the job that changed your life. But you got to be able to take risks and be confident about it, okay? Number 3, always make good first impressions when it comes to anybody, but especially when you're dealing with women, right? You want to impress a woman, make a good first impression. You know, show her your sense of humor, show her your confidence, give her that good experience, because then she's going to be looking forward to the next experience, right? But it's all about that first impression. You don't want to come across as, he nervous, he's scared. Think about it this way. Going back to a guy walking up on a girl, trying to get her number or whatever. Now, let's say a guy walks up on a girl, he's all nervous, fidgety, don't know what to say. Well, that's a bad first impression. 9 times out of 10, he ain't gonna get the number at all, because you making her nervous. You walk up to a girl nervous, she gonna get nervous, like, what's going on? But let's say a confident man walk up to a woman, and he just knows what to say. And he ain't did too much. He said the same thing that the nervous dude said. Hey, how you doing? But see, he said it with confidence. He said it with a little more swag. He believed in himself. So she's more likely to give him that number, because she's like, okay, I like his style. I like how he came across. So good first impressions is everything, guys. Number 4, going back to kind of what I just said, you got to have a sense of humor. Have a confident, playful attitude about you. You don't always have to be stuck up, mean mugging, robotic, like, nah. I know that's what these red pills sometimes tell you, but no, I'm telling you, all the times where I've attracted women, not all the times, but most of the times where I've attracted a woman, it's been due to my sense of humor, the way I come across, how I'm not scared to make certain jokes, how I'm not scared to lead the conversation to where I want it to go. That plays a big part of it. You got to be able to laugh at yourself as well. That's part of having a good sense of humor. Don't take yourself too serious. And also don't take women or anybody else that serious as well. And you're going to come across as a guy that likes to have a great time. And you make everybody else want to have a good time with you. All right. Number 5, build your physique, man. Build your physique. Go to the gym. Work out. Build your physique. See, one thing your physique say, let's say it's a overweight man trying to talk to a woman, right? Where you're sending off, unless he's rich or he's known for, doing something, but most of the time it sends off a signal that he's low value, because you can't even really take care of yourself. So how you gonna take care of her if you overweight? You're not even looking out for your own health, right? You're not even showing that you got good habits, that you disciplined enough to keep your own self in shape. So that sends off low value, right? But if you was to come, you don't have to be the most muscular guy, but let's say you lean, you toned up, she could tell you work out. That sends a message saying, okay, I'm ambitious, I'm disciplined, I know my value, I know my worth, I like to take care of myself. So I ain't gonna have no problem taking care of you if it came down to that. See, a physique sends a lot of different messages, right? Without you even saying a word. And then the way you dress, right? Find you a good style, some clothes that fit you, some clothes, make sure you matching. Don't just be coming out of here with a Pokemon shirt and some shorts on and thinking you about to just like pull some girls. Like, nah. Dress to impress, right? And that's what they say. You look good, you feel good. You feel good, you do good. So, yeah, get you a nice style, That's very important. That goes back to the first impression, too. A lot of times what you wear says more, or it's the first statement being made, okay? You come in, clothes wrinkly, you ain't matching, you ain't got no type of taste to you. They're gonna be like, he don't care. But you come in, nice shirt, hugging your body, or a nice suit, whatever, it shows that value. It shows, look, I care about the details. I care about how I look, and it gives off that energy. So that's another way to impress a woman without even trying, without even saying a word. You just walk in the spot and make it hot. You feel me? Next, number 6, avoid needy behavior. This is why every guy needs to just really, no guy should really be dating until they learn how to control themselves, right? Like, emotionally, especially, okay? Because once nobody has control of your emotions, then you won't be needy. you won't come across as desperate and trying to chase, right? You will have a sense of standards. You have some boundaries that you live by. And, if they don't meet that criteria, okay, that's fine. You have a good day, be on your way. But you're not going to settle just to settle. You're not going to put up with disrespect or lack of effort, because you understand. Again, you understand your value. You have emotional control. You have self-control. A lot of times when you don't have self-control and all you care about is lust or a big butt, big boobs, whatever, then you tend to chase and you tend to do things to satisfy that lustful urge. But you get that lustfulness under control, then can't nobody use nothing against you. You're okay with being alone for a while. You're okay with her not texting back right away. You're okay with her not being interested. You just on to the next one. So avoid being needy. That will oppress women more than you trying to chase her, more than you trying to buy her with your money. No, her saying that, damn, he don't even need me. That's more attractive, right? And last but not least, don't be too available, right? Here's the thing. The more you've seen, the more you heard from, the less power, the less value you tend to hold, right? Because that's when people start taking you for granted. It's better than to be missed than to be always available, okay? I'll say that again. It's better to be missed sometimes than to be always available all the time, right? Women in general, they're more attracted to you when it's spaced as well. A woman needs space to miss you, okay? And you want to impress a woman, then only give her a certain amount of your time, your energy, and all of that. It has to be a fine balance. You give her time, and then you go back to your own life, and you focus on your purpose and your goals and everything you need to do. You don't always want to respond every 2 minutes. You don't always want to be right up under her. You don't always need to see a woman every day, because then that could get tiring, that could get boring, And I'm not talking about your wife or nothing like that. I'm talking about for you just trying to get to know a woman, right? The beginning stages of talking to a woman. You want to have some space. You don't need to see her every day, maybe a couple times a week, if that. But the thing about absence, it makes the heart grow fonder, right? Anything that's too accessible loses its value, right? You don't see everybody driving around with a Lamborghini. Because if they was, it wouldn't be as big of a car as it is, right? But then you see a lot of people driving Hondas, and it's just like, okay, well, I could go get that. Like, anybody could get a Honda. So that's what I mean. Recognize your value. Don't spread yourself too thin as well, because you're going to drain yourself. All right? So that's it, man. Those were 7 ways to impress women without trying. And I always say, never try to raise a woman's interest, right? Never do things purposely to impress a woman, because you're going to end up hurting yourself. But if anything, when you impress yourself, when you build yourself up, when you focus on getting yourself to a point where you're just like top notch to, I'm that guy, then a byproduct of that is women coming towards you, because they notice that. Because again, like I said, not every man is trying to better himself. A lot of guys are just comfortable being average, being whatever. So when women see a man that's really on a mission, that really care about their life, that really care about where they're going, that's attractive. That's attractive. If you made it this far, guys, I want you to put impress yourself. Type that down below. Impress yourself, because that's what really matters. All right. Like, comment, subscribe. To the next video. You already know what it is, man. It's lit.